So let's just face it, and let's be honest about it. Ryan Coogler is a black nationalist filmmaker. He is a champion of black nationalist cinema. And Sinners is just a continuation of his tradition to make black nationalist movies. In some of them, he portrays white people as evil, especially Southerners, like in this latest masterpiece called Sinners. In some, he just tries to invent black greatness where it never existed. For example, where in this Black Panther, he imagined this perfect black society pretty much in a continent which is been ravaged by constant tribal warfare. Even white colonizers couldn't help trying to build civilization there and unsuccessfully, and the tribal warfare continued during the colonial period, and after the colonial period they never built any significant architectural masterpieces or any civilized societies, and they keep fighting. And I understand why Mr. Coogler, who grew up in this liberal environment in Auckland with the union people around him and the activists and all that he wanted to have this black greatness somehow created, because he was tired of seeing black people as victims of discrimination, black continent as the most dysfunctional continent on earth. So he imagined this ideal black society with aristocrats and noble people, and Black Panther, creating these myths that never really existed in reality. But maybe it's better this way. At least he set some standards of civilized dignity for his community. It's better than glorifying gangsters and glorifying Bloods and Crips and some other gangs, rap music, etc. So in that sense, I guess he deserves credit. And what I'm trying to say is if he is making black nationalist cinema, we should just clearly define it as such and treat it as such. And that should be an impetus, or I guess an incentive, for white filmmakers to create movies that would glorify a very rich European civilization, glorify the accomplishments of white America. Basically, white people built this country, they brought civilization to this country, they built industries, they built the economy. They've been criticized by today's standards. The liberals obviously applied today's standards to their behavior in the 18th, 19th century, to the genocide of the Native Americans, or bringing in black slaves from Africa, and by today's standards, it's considered to be a crime against humanity. And so for that reason, the liberals, they want white people to apologize themselves into extinction and not glorify white culture. But this example of black nationalist filmmaking should actually be used as a role model. Mr. Coogler can be a role model for white nationalist filmmakers to create something similar, like a White Panther movies, to tell the truth about white people being victimized for generations by liberal government, by black gangs and gangsters in the neighborhoods in our inner cities. Not only white people, but mostly now Latino people being victimized by black gangsters in their inner cities, in the ghettos, being victims of robbery and burglary and assaults, etc. Who's making a movie about that? What about a movie about victimization of undocumented migrants who arrived from El Salvador or Mexico or Nicaragua, victimization in inner cities by young black men and women who attack them, who rob them, who burglarize them, who assault them with weapons? There is no movie about that. Those are real victims. There's thousands and thousands of them. They're not white gangs that are attacking migrants in those inner cities. those are the black gangs, especially young kids, younger black men that are attacking them. So why are we not making a movie about that? Why are we not making a movie about the liberal of Obama contributed to the cultural genocide of white people in the United States? Something should be done about it. Maybe it could be done in a very artistic ways. Obviously, we don't expect the Oscars to give any awards to such a movie. In fact, no one will probably even admission to invest in a movie like that, because they know that no one will be, that the movie theaters are not going to be distributing it. And there's a problem.